On July 2017 edition, National Geographic asked design firm Populous to design how a future stadium should look like. Energy saving, sustainable, and optimizing the land use. But wait no more, because the future is already here. Our Tampines Hub, a community center that functions as a stadium, a shopping mall, food center, library, cultural center, community garden, and all under one roof. It's probably the closest thing that what future stadium should look like. This is the future stadium exists in today's world in Eastern Singapore. Stadium consumes a lot of resources: water, electricity, construction materials, land, and most importantly, money. Stadium is often unused outside major events, concerts, and sport matches. If the Tanjung Football Club did not win any major cup or league at that year, the stadium is even dormant even more. The city needs to spend a lot of money to keep the maintenance, safety, and refurbishment of expensive stadium. Therefore, stadium should be redesigned to maximize the land use, optimizing the usage for the public, thus saving the city's budget. And think about the sustainability and environmental protection as well. These are the reasons why we need a stadium of the future. Stadium of the future already exists today in Tampines in Eastern Singapore. Our Tampines Hub was built on the site of former Tampines Stadium, which explains the football pitch as the building masterpiece. There are public services such as community center for Tampines area, public library, and indoor arena, theatre, and food center. There are three aspects that makes our Tampines Hub the model of future stadiums: ease of transportation, near with the residential areas, and top-notch stadium maintenance. Often, new stadium was built in the empty slot outside the city center, far from public amenities and accessible public transportation. Driving is often the main way to go to the stadium, paired with the parking fee as high as the number of spectators, which is in many countries, in many places in the world, it will be far away from city center or residential area. Therefore, the future stadium should be accessible by public transit. In the National Geographic magazine, the future stadium is proposed to be connected by a Hyperloop, a technology that's still far from practicability due to its cost and capacity. For people in one train, sign me up. Instead of putting a Hyperloop which is far away from its actual operation, how about using a rail that hundreds of people, which is more cost efficient and more affordable for all to ride? Our Tampines Hub is located nearby MRT stations of Tampines, which make connection to other parts of Singapore easier. The prime location of our Tampines Hub in the middle of the Tampines Township makes bus services, cycling, and yes, also driving possible. As a result, our Tampines Hub is accessible by many transport means except the Hyperloop, of course. Transport done. Stadium of the future envision the high-tech housing in the stadium complex for the people who don't want to go far from their home to the stadium, maybe kind of an Airbnb and such, but who wants to live in a place where the crowd upstairs can be so noisy and crazy, like actual B&B. Furthermore, most stadiums are surrounded either by 8-lane highway or parking area larger than the stadium itself. Instead, our Tampines Hub is located in the middle of Tampines Township, surrounded by an already existing residential area, makes walking access from home to our Tampines Hub for community events possible, which makes more sense. A stadium surrounded by residential areas where visitors can walk or cycle or drive a little bit to the stadium. Quite a brilliant idea. Well, walking a bit might cause thirstiness. Maybe you want to drink some water. In the envision of future stadium, the water usage is conserved, or even the water being used being recycled again and again, as a large number of visitors will consume a lot of water. It happened that water conservation is a key policy in the nation city planning in Singapore. Small size of a country means few water catchment between few lakes and few water reservoir. The solution? Just 3 kilometers south of Tampines is the new water reclamation pond, where water from used sources were processed back into clean water. Sounds gross, but this kind of solution is actually crucial in conserving the water supply when rivers and lakes is not enough to supply water to the whole population. Some countries such as Namibia, Israel, and some Gulf countries, for example Qatar and UAE, already use this type of technology, reclaim or recycle the processed used water back into a potable water, but not so unique cases actually. But don't worry, new water is mainly used for industrial and agricultural water use, so don't worry if the pipe from toilet is directly go to the tap water pipe. That is none. Since our Tampines hub is what the future stadium should be, multifunctional, public friendly, ease of access, cost saving in the long run, eco-friendly in both of sustainability and land use. And then why there is hardly more stadium like this elsewhere in the world? Reason number one is money. Building multi-purpose stadium with all the other amenities surrounding it is not cheap. Our Tampines hub costs about more than 500 million Singaporean dollars to build, which is quite a lot. To be fair, other regional stadiums in Singapore such as Jurong West Stadium in the western side of the island and Jalan Besar Stadium is still actually an ordinary stadium. Since redeveloping this type of stadium into some building like our Tampines hub will be prohibitively expensive. Reason number two is land. Singapore is a city-state island with 5 million people crammed within it, has a little room for development and even so for land reclamation. And since our Tampines hub is located in the middle of Tampines Township, it is wiser to redevelop the stadium and mall and public services from elsewhere into a single roof. Actually, this multi-story stadium, multi-purpose stadium actually already exists in small countries like Monaco, where the only stadium in the country, in the principality, Stade Louis II, has a football field with basketball arena and parking space underneath, and even they have a university and shop lots around the stadium due to Monaco land constraint. And reason number three is maintenance. There are various agencies and organizations that exist under a single building which need a good coordination among the agencies to make sure that all the buildings are well maintained. Singapore is known to have a high level public services with excellent maintenance. All public housing that already like 30-40 years old, well, that will look derelict or ugly elsewhere, is well kept and quickly cleaned. After 5 years of opening, our Tampines hub still looks modern and well kept, despite the stadium seats start to look its age. With the combination of a high income country, scarce land area and excellent maintenance policy makes our Tampines hub one of its kind in Asia, if not in the world. Do you think it's a good model of future stadium in the city? Instead of changing the name of the stadium into something Greek Arabic, maybe this one is much more useful. At least the stadium will be like can have a reason to go there every day. If you want to go to our Tampines hub, you can take the MRT East-West line to Tampines Station or MRT Downtown line to Tampines Station, and actually the downtown line is nearer. Actually these two stations didn't connected with each other, so you need to tap out from the paid area into the exit gate. From downtown line, exit F or G, turn right to Tampines Central 2. The hub is right across the road, you can see from the MRT exit. There are bus services mostly originated from Tampines Bus Interchange near Tampines East-West Line Station. If you drive from downtown area or Johor, take PIE Pan Island Expressway and exit at Tampines South and drive towards Tampines Avenue 5. There is an underground parking area in the hub itself. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something new about the stadium, what the future stadium should look like. Thank you so much for watching again, and see you in the next video.